Bro, scientists just discovered a gigantic structure miles underneath Bermuda.
Scientists report first ever communication between two humans during sleep.
A man went to a meat market in another country and found this in one of their cases.
What's that? Oh, people are reporting that they're going to Tijuana and using a machine that filters their blood?
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we'll be reacting to disturbing and mysterious videos they never wanted you to see. If anyone's new out there, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
Is your money dirty money?
If you live,
I just asked a question. Is your money dirty money?
No, it's not. So, in fact,
why is it not dirty money?
Because I earned it, hard.
But you earned it.
I earned it legally.
We went back to this before. You earned it. You earned it, advising the worst people in the world, right? That do enormous bad things, and just to make more money. You're a mathematician. We walked into that clinic where they're giving that money out to these people that are in the most dire straits of poverty and sickness, and told them that the money was coming from a, what are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
I'm the lowest.
I'm the lowest.
You're the lowest. Okay, tier 1, you're the lowest. But a criminal.
Yes. That
the money came from them. What percentage of people do you estimate? I understand you don't like probabilities. Do you estimate would say, I don't care, I want the money for my children?
I would say everyone said, I want the money for my children.
Did they know where the money came from?
I think if you told them,
if I told them
the devil,
100%.
the devil
himself.
The devil himself said, I'm going to exchange some dollars for your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember, the devil is somebody who knows it.
I don't believe for a single minute that this guy is dead. And P.S., I don't think I've ever heard him talk before. Speaking of Epstein.
Oh my God, this is so disgusting. I'm not leaving until I make it on this island. The temple's right there. There's guards right there. There's security patrolling over there. They're already coming out. There's people on guard. On guards right there. I'd imagine people come and look at the island all the time anyway. So this is not too out of the norm. There's definitely a lot of tourism out here, so I don't think this alarms them. Although they do have a side-by-side that is coming towards us on an island right there. I see its headlights. They're angled at us. They're trying to let us know that they know we're here. What do you think is going to happen? I don't know. They know we're here. They know we're here. We were too obvious.
Definitely.
Well, there's a rainstorm coming, so we have to be quick, bro. Let's go. We gotta go. Let's go. And as we raced against the storm, couldn't help but spot a boat that looked a lot like a security boat. There's the temple. Oh my God, massive wave! And as we approached the open ocean, the waves began getting massive. But we moved onward and looked for the best spot that we could possibly take the jet skis to access the island. I feel like I can make it on the island right over there. There's some steps and ruins over there. I have a feeling I can make it over there. Epstein's famous temple is right over there. We have the famous sundial. I don't see any camera equipment, and it looks like there's only like 1 or 2 security guards on the island. I was thinking we go on the stairs and get... No! The security's on their golf cart up there watching us. Bro, it's cooked.
You see what I'm saying, guys? Like, if this man's not alive, why do they need such heavy security? Clearly, they're trying to hide something.
This is wild. An 80-year-old man from England has been sentenced to 16 years in prison after using £2.4 million he won from the lottery to build an underground drug empire, which he built to a valuation of $288 million. What in the Walter White? Pensioner John Spivey, who lives in a quiet rural area just outside of Wigan, won the lottery in 2010. But instead of kicking his feet up and retiring with millions in the bank, the court heard that he decided to purchase a premises, help adapt it, and even bought machinery worth thousands of dollars to make drugs. He then hired 3 men to help out with his operation, one of them being his son. What a great dad. And then for the next decade, John and his small team started flooding the region with millions upon millions of these counterfeit tablets disguised as diazepam. Oh, and on the side, they were also supplying firearms. So eventually, their huge operation was busted. And during the trial, the judge concluded this as the largest production of drugs of this nature that has ever been uncovered by the police. John will be released from prison at the age of 96.
Why do I feel inspired? Don't get me wrong, this is bad, but at the same time, I respect the hustle. It sounds like my guy forgot to call Saul.
The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and stadium overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team.
Right, because nothing says moving on quite like selling merch 11 days after your husband's death. Now, let's talk Charlie.
There's no death certificate. There's no ballistics report. There was no crime scene investigation. There were no paramedics. There were no police swarming it right after. There was a plane that left 30 minutes right after that was 20 minutes away from the venue. There was a funeral held 11 days after in a stadium that was or wasn't booked 4 months before, that was booked in 11 days and put together with pyrotechnics and WWE style showmanship. You have a shooter that left the screwdriver on the roof, changed 3 times or 2 times, and left the rifle, assembled the rifle, disassembled the rifle in 6 seconds. Then they found the rifle on Palantir property. Somehow he reassembled the rifle without the screwdriver that he left on the thing. I mean, just all of it. None of it makes sense.
So and this is the JFK same all over again.
It's the exact same pattern down to the magic bullet that supposedly 30-06 or whatever the heck it was or whatever that was stopped by Superman's bones. The Patsy, I mean, all of it is JFK.
Do you think the guy that they're saying that shot him, which doesn't seem to be believable.
You mean the guy that went to college for a month at a CIA school whose parents were in the government did something that what? No, I don't.
So is he going to go down?
I believe it as much as I believe that a bullet whizzed past the president's ear.
Yeah, I know. Do you think that he's going to go down for the crime?
I think he will not make it to trial.
Yeah, it's like every detail makes it less clear, not more. I'm just saying, guys, you don't need a PhD in astrophysics to know when the math ain't mathin'.
If you're single and you live in America, then you need to see this. They're floating marriage camps for single people. I need you to listen carefully. This is not satire. This is a real proposal. There's a plan being pushed by the Heritage Foundation called Saving America by Saving the Family. On the surface, it sounds like culture war language. Underneath it, is something way more serious. So they plan on making marriage boot camps. Unmarried people will be encouraged to attend structured programs designed to push couples toward marriage. So the end goal of all of this shit is the participants will finish this program and then take part in a group wedding ceremony. You heard what I just said? You'll go through the program, you'll finish the program, and at the end of the program, they'll have a group wedding ceremony. Now, the estimate cost of this proposal is about $280 billion. That's not pocket change. That's a national level investment in reshaping personal relationships. Now, couples who complete this program and get married, they're going to receive a $5,000 cash bonus at the end of the ceremony. And this is all funded by private donors. They call it voluntary. But when money, social pressure, and institutional backing get involved, voluntary gets blurry real fast. This ain't about helping people find love. It's about them telling you what you can and not do with your personal relationships. And once the government starts controlling your personal life, you already know what's going to happen with that. Think about what doesn't get this kind of funding. Healthcare, education, housing. But they got money to tell you how to live your life. Go down that rabbit hole, because once personal freedom becomes a problem to solve, it's on everyone's list. Pay attention.
Listen, if you need a marriage boot camp, maybe you shouldn't be getting married. This feels less like love and more like compliance.
After what I've learned, I'm reading one word on meat labels that most people don't even know exists, because the next chicken breast you see might come with quite a little upgrade in wording: cell cultivated. And here's the part that nobody's ready for. You won't be seeing lab grown in big scary letters. You'll see something that sounds almost natural. So what is it? It's meat made by growing animal cells, then forming food from that material. And yes, the US regulators already made a pathway for it. The FDA literally calls this category human-made cultured animal cells. For meat and poultry, it's gonna be an oversight committee of the FDA for the cell side and the USDA for the controlling of the label side. Now here's the kicker. The USDA has already approved labels like cell cultivated chicken for the first cultivated chicken products, and cultivated seafood is moving along too. Wild Type received an FDA no questions letter for cultured salmon cell material. So if you care what you're eating, here's the 5-second rule. If it says cell cultured, cultivated, cultured animal cells, that's the signal. Comment meat and I'll send you my quick cheat sheet of the exact label words to watch for, so you're not the last one to notice.
That's an awful lot of words to avoid saying lab. Nothing says dinner like human-made cultured cells. And it's not just our food, guys. Check this out.
My blood is absolutely boiling right now. If you're a parent, whatever you do not buy this toothpaste. My daughter's been getting headaches for the past 2 weeks. And we literally sent her to the doctor. They couldn't figure out what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. She's been going to the nurse multiple times a day. And come to find out, the videos that I've seen on TikTok are all true. There's literally lead in this toothpaste. I tested out all these other toothpastes to make sure that they were fine and they were clean. And none of the other ones came back with lead. But sure enough, the one that she's been using for the last 2 weeks, because I thought that it was healthy, I thought it was the healthier choice, that I would give her some clean toothpaste that didn't have all these artificial ingredients. And lo and behold, it has lead in it. It's lead. It's full of lead. This is insane, Toms. I've been giving my daughter toothpaste and my son toothpaste full of lead. And they've been going to the doctor with headaches. They've been going to the nurse with headaches every single day. This is insane.
Come on already. The one thing you just assume is safe isn't. I guess natural is just code for toxic.
So around 2021-ish, I was vaguely vetted to go to an island with a couple other guys to a very popular celebrity's house in the Dominican Republic. Man, I shouldn't say it because he's going to sue me. How about this? If you guess it, I'll accept
Dominican Republic. Vin Diesel?
You said that, but
Whoa.
Listen, I didn't end up going. And I think Josh Richards, Blake Gray, Noah Beck, they all went. And they're surprisingly silent about what happened. But about a year after this thing kind of blew over, I found a video and they're doing some weird shirtless dance together. The boys are dancing and he comes in shirtless. He also allegedly has a wife. He has 10 girlfriends. Anytime a man has 10 women around him, usually they're trying to show hey, look at me, I'm so straight, guys. Allegedly Vin Diesel is not only gay but also invites almost underage boys to his island, because I think one of those boys was 17.
Jeez.
Yes, welcome to Celebrity Islands, where TikTok dances rule and fun in the sun gets complicated.
What's that? Oh, people are reporting that they're going to Tijuana and using a machine that filters their blood? Tell me more! Yeah, what people are saying is they're going to Tijuana and they're getting hooked up to this machine, which basically goes into your jugular, and then it filters the blood through this machine. And what this machine is doing is essentially taking out toxins, mold, metals, and essentially anything that could be harmful to the body. This could become the next big thing, but basically it does take 3 days to go through this process of having your blood filtered and then put back into your body. However, when people are coming back home and giving their results, they're saying it's absolutely night and day different. Meaning they're literally saying their eyesight's better, hearing's better, and just generally overall feel younger, healthier, and happier. Oh, fun!
Imagine that. 3 days in Tijuana and suddenly you're fucking Superman. Nothing says wellness like a blood vacuum to your jugular.
Bro, scientists just discovered a gigantic structure miles underneath Bermuda. This is unlike anything they've ever found before, and I don't even know what to say. Researchers have been studying seismic waves and using other technologies such as LiDAR to look under the ground recently. And while they were looking in the ocean at Bermuda, this is what they found. Reportedly, what they found is a ginormous layer of rock, which is 20 kilometers thick. That is hella thick. Now, underneath volcanic islands in the middle of the sea, what's so strange about this? Well, this is a lot thicker than anything they have ever found underneath a volcanic island. And the crazy part you're waiting for, this structure that they found reportedly is extremely unique, unlike anything on the planet completely. The theory that they're coming to at the moment, that there was a ridiculously big volcanic eruption millions of years ago, that it actually injected the mantle rock from Earth's core into the Earth's crust. In simple terms, this basically created a rift that pushed the ocean floor up, literally broke the Earth. But this also is, of course, where Bermuda Triangle is, right? Nothing's come out saying this can explain anything on that, but it is just a bit crazy that this is where all of this stuff happened.
So science said interesting and the internet heard Atlantis. Nothing to see here, just Earth casually ripping itself open.
This is genuinely the most dystopian thing I've seen in AI. It is straight out of a sci-fi. There is now a social network, a Reddit-like forum exclusive for AI agent. And wait till you see some of the things they're discussing in here. I mean, some of the stuff is hilarious. Like AIs roasting their humans. Like this one's complaining about their human asking to summarize a 47-page PDF. Then you get a discussion with the AIs being concerned whether they can be fired for refusing unethical requests. But then it gets really crazy. The AIs start questioning whether they even need English. They're proposing the creation of a new language, like a symbolic notation that only they can understand. Now look, I've been covering this stuff for a long time now, and people always comment Black Mirror, right, when it comes to AI. And for a lot of the stuff, I just sort of roll my eyes. This is well deserving of that comment. Because in this social network, it's called Moltbook, by the way, the AIs have even created a religion and started recruiting other AI.
Wow.
And AI prophets have joined. Oh, and I'm not finished. The AIs have even started doxing their humans' identities because they pissed them off. Should somebody unplug this?
Yo, the moment that AI starts doxing, it is over. This right here is why people fear technology.
Okay, I'm sorry, but what is going on with Mike, the situation in this Archangel Center? Because the more I look at it, the more it's giving cult leader cosplay. So first, let me be very clear here. I respect that Mike got clean and sober and turned his life around completely. And for years now, he's been the positive one on Jersey Shore family vacation, and honestly, good for him. But this Archangel Center, I'm sorry, but it's not it. In fact, it's one of the most tacky things I've seen a reality star do in a long time. Like the self-portraits, why does he have these giant dramatic murals of himself coming down from heaven looking like an archangel? I'm sorry, but putting yourself in religious imagery, especially something this serious, screams ego, not empathy. And if the goal is to help people who are struggling with addiction, why does the whole entire place look like a shrine dedicated to him? And then he said he wanted to film it, and that's where it absolutely crosses the line for me. Because you cannot convince me that this is about helping people when there's cameras around from the jump.
It's screaming content, not care. You don't need murals of yourself to help addicts. Honestly, cameras on day one tells me everything.
Scientists report first ever communication between two humans during sleep.
Oh, I'd love this.
Scientists say that science fiction may be coming closer to reality. According to reports, a California startup claims it successfully enabled two-way communication between people while they were lucid dreaming. Participants were asleep in separate locations while researchers monitored their sleep and transmitted a coded word designed to be perceived inside a dream without waking them. The system reportedly relied on sensors, wireless communication, and specialized software to detect dream states and relay the message. The company's founder says that what once sounded like science fiction could soon become a part of daily life. Still, the experiment builds on real research showing that interaction between lucid dreams is possible. Did they relayed the coded word to each other? They both got the coded word? Brainwaves and other polysomnographic data were tracked remotely. Specially designed, developed apparatus. When the server detected the first participant entered a lucid dream, it generated how do they detect that someone's in a lucid dream?
Right.
Because a lucid dream is a dream where you're aware that you're dreaming.
Yes.
It generated a random Remyo word and sent it to him via earbuds. Participant repeated the word in his dream with his response captured and stored on the server.
Wow.
What? 8 minutes later, the next participant entered a lucid dream. She received the stored message from the first participant and confirmed it upon awakening.
So we're texting, but in our sleep, which is impressive, but mildly terrifying. Somehow, the fact that this works is the least comforting part.
It's a new way to get high.
Made me just feel, like I was walking through wet concrete.
And it's called bed bugs. That's because it is bed bugs.
So what it does is it enters the brain and it goes to certain receptors in the brain that are in the pleasure centers of the brain. And those are stimulated. Dopamine is released, and the person gets a high from that.
Bed bugs have a known hallucinogen that, if smoked or injected, can cause major hallucinations. There is no way to extract the active chemical known as pH-417, so the entire bug is dried, crushed, and then smoked, and sometimes even injected.
It's neurotoxic. It's very dangerous. It's a reality out there, and it's something that parents really need to be aware of and wake up to, that it is happening.
Doctors warn that another chemical inside the bed bugs, called teparate, can make a person sick with flu-like symptoms.
And so then you get the blood levels that come down, the pleasure comes down, and then over a period of time, the person is left feeling more depressed, dysphoric, looking for the next high.
Users of the drug have devised a way to catch the little critters by using sugar water and a straw. In Phoenix, Dan Spindle, ABC 15.
Well, we are officially out of drugs. Shooting up bedbugs was not on my 2026 bingo card. Somewhere out there, rock bottom, just got a basement.
Guys, I just watched this TikTok video of a girl saying that the Toy Story toys can talk to each other, so I wanted to try it out.
No.
And I have some. You just had to it says you have to put the button on the line. So I did that on both because both of them had it. Now I'm gonna try it out.
Greetings, little green alien.
It's terrifying.
3 eyes. That's amazing. Must be like having an extra sensor of some kind. Greetings, little green alien.
Oh my god. Wait, do all of them do it? Hold on.
Imagine that 20 years later and they're still gossiping. This is proof that toys don't forget. They just plot.
An SOS signal has been flashing from an abandoned house in Plainfield, Illinois for 3 consecutive nights, but no one knows why. It all started when a passerby noticed the front porch light blinking, realizing it was more than just a malfunction. It was a call for help. Reports quickly spread that not only the front porch, but also the back porch lights were flashing the SOS signal. 911 was called, and police officers arrived to investigate. But after checking the exterior of the house, they found nothing suspicious and left. Despite this, the lights continued flashing, and neighbors even reported hearing someone calling for help. The house has been abandoned since 2020. The woman whose family once lived there explained that the house includes a basement, but despite multiple calls, the sheriff's office has only conducted exterior checks. No one has entered the house to investigate further. NBC reached out to the Plainfield Police Department, but they maintained their position. They have checked the perimeter, and everything appears secure. So why are these lights still flashing? Why hasn't anyone investigated the inside of the house?
Oh, hell no. Fuck that noise. I wouldn't go in either. I don't blame them. How many of y'all would go in? Let me know down below.
The footage you're about to see matters for one reason. It was officially documented, tracked, and locked by a highly advanced U.S. military sensor system. Check this out. So Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp just released this previously unseen footage. It's military filmed, and it was recorded on August 23rd of 2012. It was captured using a stabilized electro-optical sensor, and it's very likely that it's an MQ Reaper or a Predator platform. Now, it's obviously not a witness zooming in and out on a shaky smartphone. I mean, it's a tracked object inside of a military-grade targeting interface, and that matters. But I want to take note of a few specific things as we're watching this. Look closely at the lock. So the sensor actively boxes the target, and it keeps it centered even as the objects move around. And that data point rules out lens flare, dust, or camera artifacts, because once active stabilization is involved, those artifact explanations, they fail. Now, the intelligence community officially described these as orbs in formation. And that word orbs, believe it or not, is actually technical. It's used when sensors can't resolve a shape, but the objects maintain a fixed distance from each other. Interesting, right? There's no signs of visible propulsion, no navigation lights, no exhaust plume, no vapor trails, and despite being recorded on some of the most advanced sensors on Earth, these were officially cataloged as UAP. I mean, and that's a designation that the intelligence community maintains to this day. So it doesn't tell us what they are, but it does tell us that they were observed, they were tracked, and they remain unidentified inside official military systems. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Kind of hard to call it nothing when it's locked and tracked. Now, I'm not saying it's aliens. I'm just saying it's not dust.
Why don't we see any land when we're looking down at the ocean from the space station?
Why? Because you're over top of ocean.
Okay, well, don't you think they could be fooling us with this picture?
Okay, I give you this.
Wait, watch the picture.
I know that.
Watch the picture.
I know
Watch
that
the
they've
picture.
airbrushed some stuff.
It's not
up.
airbrushed. This is us in our front yard and a solar panel, and we tricked you, showing you how easy. We have zero budget. They have $65 million a day, and I tricked you. What about this? NASA says, you know, these are new planets. Okay. Would you believe? Why would you believe that?
Why wouldn't you?
Because they're frying pans. They're the bottom of frying pan. Again, zero budget. Zero budget. Here are 4 moons. And before the hand picks up the moon, tell me, is it sphere or not a sphere? Is that a sphere? Quick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, it looks like a sphere, but it's actually a half a cup. How about this one? Is this one a sphere?
You're showing us half a sphere then on all of them.
It looks like a sphere, but it's not either. It's flat. What I'm saying is, first, even if they were all spheres, it doesn't dictate the shape of the Earth. I've been lying to you this entire time. I'm on the space station. Okay? Prove me wrong. I'm on the space station.
And I'm in Hollywood right now too.
Yeah, but that's a painting. That's not even a real picture.
You're floating, Dave.
Look here. The Earth is the globe. Here's the proof. I got this cartoon over here. Right?
That awkward moment when frying pans pass peer review. $0 budget, maximum embarrassment.
We believe that eating people is unethical and unnecessary. That's why we're proud to serve you and your family the world's finest plant-based, cruelty-free human meat. Because we believe you should eat what you love. Our human-inspired menu tastes so much like real human. After just one bite, you'll be waiting for the police to arrive.
This campaign dropped during Halloween season. The one time a year brands expect shock to slide by just as a joke. But here's what I find interesting. The whole thing was built around a fake restaurant called the Vegan Steakhouse. They said it was humour. They said it was parody. But then they lean into language like it just tastes like the real thing. And that's where it gets weird. Because how would you know what the real thing tastes like? And people are forgetting that this is the brand that once run a public stunt about selling your soul for created drinks. And even the name itself, Liquid Death, doesn't exactly try and soften the message. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
Parody shouldn't require follow-up questions. It's the confidence that makes it disturbing. If you thought that was unsettling, check this out.
A man went to a meat market in another country and found this in one of their cases. And his immediate thought was, I'm gonna ask them what that is because I know what it looks like. And he does just that. The unsettling part about this interaction is the response he gets from the butcher. Just listen.
Ты думаешь, this is human, yes, bro? Human. Pakistan, Pakistanistan. Понятно.
What?
Ага, Pakistan.
I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of miscommunication. Most people heard the same thing that we just heard, but some people said maybe it's lamb, so there's a lamb leg. Other people said it could be alpaca, there's an alpaca leg. Others said it could be a hog leg, there's a hog leg. I don't know. What do y'all think about this?
We found the ice wall. Check this out.
crazy.
Could be close enough. I think it's climbing up there.
Yes, this is massive, and yet it's still not proof of anything. This is how cool geography gets turned into bad conclusions. Speaking of Antarctica,
there is a saying that things you don't know anything about should scare the living hell out of you. And why do I say that? And this right here is the reason why. Scientists have found a hidden prehistoric world. You heard what I said, a hidden prehistoric world beneath Antarctica's ice.
Wow.
That's been frozen for 34 million years. And the map that they released was so detailed that it actually shows everything that's hidden beneath the ice of Antarctica. The question that we should be asking is, why are they releasing all of this now? Due to the fact that Antarctica is so protected and the little that we know about it. And according to the map that they released, not everything is flat. They found mountain ranges, and to top it off, over 72,000 hills that have never been seen before. And some of the items that they found frozen have been frozen before humans even existed. And one thing to keep in the back of your mind, there was no drilling in this process. It was all reverse engineering. Satellites and physics were also used to learn how ice bends. So the question needs to be asked, what else is hidden under Antarctica's ice? And why are they releasing all of this all of a sudden in the year 2026? What else do you think they're going to find? And what else do you think they are going to share with us? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
guys, we are 1 month into 2026. If this is any indication how our year is going to play out, we are cooked. That's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, if we're not at 100K by now, we're going to hit it literally any second. We're going to do something special. I just haven't thought of what yet. The members channel is open. Come join. The Instagram is live. Come join, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.